I do want to talk a little bit more about this Yankees team because I have my own concerns with this team. And it's a lot of injuries. There are injuries involved. And I don't want to, they're on a high. The New York Yankees were on an absolute high. They were the best team in baseball. They still are, but it's not as prominent anymore. Then you had a situation come up recently with Josh Donaldson, so that changes the vibe in the locker room. You have injuries come about. That changes the vibe in the locker room. Giancarlo Stanton goes down. I know it sounds like, according to Brian, that it's not as scary as a strain. Maybe it's just inflammation. That would certainly dodge a bullet. But this was a thing with the Yankees. They were rolling. There were no injury concerns. Now they're not rolling. The vibe isn't as good, and now there are injury concerns. Aroldis Chapman back into the bullpen. Wasn't very good lately. Then he got hurt. He goes down. Chad Green goes down. He's out for the year. He has to get Tommy John. DJ LeMahieu, who it seems he's okay, but there was a wrist injury. Those things can linger. I'm concerned about the New York Yankees. This is their injury list. Giancarlo Stanton, Aroldis Chapman, Achilles, Jonathan Loaizaga, shoulder, Chad Green, TJ, Luis Gil, TJ, Zach Britton, TJ, Domingo Germán, shoulder, Tim LeCastro, Latimus Dorsai, the catcher they acquired. I don't exactly know how to say his last name. Rordvet, oblique, knee. Stephen Riding, shoulder. This is a problem. And then you have everybody that needs to step up and be better. Michael King, since Aroldis Chapman has gone out, has not been good in the bullpen. Clay Holmes stepped in as a closer. He appears to be a dominant guy, but he needs to be that dominant guy. And we heard Brian talk about it. Clay Holmes, they're giving him that shot to be the closer of the future. He said it. Aroldis Chapman, this is his last year. Maybe this is what needed to happen. Maybe Aroldis Chapman's injury allows him to slide in, be that guy in the back end of the bullpen that they desperately, desperately need right now.
Yeah, you guys talked about it a little bit too. So I wonder how the back end of that bullpen is going to work out. Like, do you think Holmes is going to be the new closer moving forward unless Chapman comes back and is just back to being himself?
Well, that's what, yeah, and that's what I loved having him on because he's there obviously every day, and I was happy to ask him let's say Holmes goes out and dominates and doesn't blow a save and continues to have, in my opinion, the best. I mean, he's throwing 98, 100-mile-an-hour sinkers that are actually moving like a lot. Let's say he doesn't blow a save and he looks fantastic. Aroldis Chapman comes back when he's eligible to be off the IL. What do? I stick with Clay Holmes. This isn't Aroldis Chapman's, he hasn't, he earned it. He was struggling. He's also could be gone after the end of this year. This team is built to win a World Series. They're built to win right now. You can't afford to have him come back and say, hey, yeah, we don't want to hurt your ego. We're going to put you back in the 9th and Clay Holmes in the 8th. If Clay Holmes earns that spot, put him there. Put Chapman in the 7th and 8th and see if he can still be a dominant guy in the back end of the bullpen because he has not been proving that right now. Clay Holmes has been proving that, and we're going to see in those high-leverage situations if he can come through. Because pitching, I don't know if many people understand this, there is a massive, massive difference between getting outs in the 8th inning, getting 3 outs in the 8th inning, and getting the 25th, 26th, and 27th out of the game in the 9th inning. It is for a different breed. It is for a guy that is built to do that. You got to be a little bit crazy to do it as well. So we're going to learn a lot about Clay Holmes stepping into this spot and if he's going to be the closer for the future of the Yankees.
And luckily, if you're a Yankees fan out there, your team is never afraid to make moves at the All-Star break.
That's true. You know they're going to do something. If they need bullpen help, they're going to go get that bullpen help for sure.
Absolutely. This seems like a year the Yankees are really, really going to try to go for it all.
Yep.
Try to get what they can.
Thanks for watching. If you love Flippin Bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.